Hello. In this training video, you'll be shown how to use one of the two STEERS programs that relate to Tier 2 reporting in Texas, the Tier 2 Core Data application. Before beginning this process, you'll need to have a personal STEERS account and the Tier 2 Core Data program area added to it and unlocked. If not, you can find guidance on completing this on the previous training video titled Tier 2 Access Rules. The Tier 2 Core Data application is used to automate the submission of core data forms for the creation or affiliation of facility records. Whether you need to generate a new regulated entity number, customer reference number, or Tier 2 ID, RNs, CNs, and TXT2 numbers for short, or affiliate existing numbers to each other, you will complete this in the Tier 2 Core Data application. Unlike a hard copy core data form, you cannot make changes to your facility or customer information. Before a facility will be able to be added to a draft report in the Tier 2 reporting application, you will need to have successfully affiliated its RN to your CN and TXT2 number. You can think of the regulated entity number as a facility ID that is associated with the facility's address. Multiple entities can be operating at and thus be affiliated to a facility's RN, and this ID number will remain at the facility address even if your operations there cease. If a specific address already has a RN associated to it, you'll need to use the existing number to keep from generating a duplicate ID. Your customer reference number is the unique customer ID associated with your organization, and that all of your facility IDs will be affiliated to. Finally, your TXT2 number is your Tier 2 reporting specific ID number that is connected to your CN on a one-to-one basis. So your CN should only ever have one TXT2 number affiliated to it, and vice versa. When you're ready to begin a Tier 2 Core Data application, you will select it from the selectable program areas on your STEERS account homepage. This will take you to the default landing page, the Activities page. On this page, you will see the option to fill out a new application or to access an application by password. If you have any draft core data applications that have not been submitted, they will also show up on this page in a table below these two options. To create a new draft Tier 2 Core Data application, you will select the Fill Out option, select the radio button to create a new Tier 2 Core Data application, then select the Next button. On the next page, you will be given an application reference number and an application password. The provided reference number is specific to this core data application and can be used by Tier 2 staff to look up the submitted information if you experience any errors. So it is recommended that you write this number down for your records. Select the Next button to continue. After proceeding, you will be taken to the first of three sections of a Tier 2 Core Data application, the Site Information page, where you'll be entering the RN information. On this page and each following page, you will be able to navigate to each of these three sections as seen on screen, as well as the status of each in the menu on the left-hand side of the page. On the Site Information page, you will see that there are three different options to choose from for looking up your RN site information. Fill out only one of them. If you already know the RN of the facility you will be affiliating in this application, you will make use of option 1. If you do not know the RN but know a site authorization number assigned to the facility for a different TCQ program area, you can enter this into option 2. This includes permit numbers or registration numbers. Finally, if this is a facility that does not already have a RN assigned to it, you can use option 3. You will want to fill out the name and address information to allow the system to check for potential duplicates. For this training, we'll be making use of option 3 to show how a new RN is generated. Here, you can see that the facility name and address that we entered is showing that there is a potential duplicate RN that already exists for this location. If you are confident that the listed duplicate is not your facility's address, then you can select the new RN option. You have now gotten to the portion of the Tier 2 Core Data application where you will be filling in all of your site information. At the top of the page, you should see a Copy RE Information button that will automatically fill in some or all of the empty data fields. If you made use of options 1 or 2, this should copy the information currently in our database that matches the pre-existing RN. If you used option 3, like in our example, it will fill in the facility name and address information that was previously entered. You'll want to verify that all of this information is correct and then fill in the missing data, such as the latitude and longitude, as well as the NAICS information. If your facility does not have an actual physical address, you can mark the drop-down box as no and fill in a physical location description in the form of detailed driving directions. Once this is completed, you can scroll down to the regulated entity site information portion of the page, which should be blank if option 3 was previously selected. You can press the Copy Site Information button to automatically fill in the data that was entered above, before proceeding to hit the Next Save button. At this point, the system will check the provided address to see if it can be validated in the U.S. Postal Service's database and will provide a warning if it is not recognized. If you are confident that the address provided is correct, you can select Next/Save again to override this warning. You should now see that the Site Information section on the left-hand menu is marked as Done instead of To Do, showing that you have completed the RN information. You can now proceed with the Customer Information section. Like the portion covering your RN, you'll see that there are 3 options to choose from on this page, except for cases where you're attempting to affiliate an existing RN. In this case, it is possible that a 4th option will be available that will list potential CNs that are affiliated to the RN you selected with other program areas. If one of the listed CNs is correct, you can select it and proceed. Otherwise, you'll need to enter either your existing CN into option 1 or create a new CN by using option 3. When using option 3, you will need to mark the customer ownership type and, depending on which selection was made, any other fields. For our example, we will be creating a local government CN for a fictitious city. Just like when you are inputting your RN name and address information, the system will check for potential duplicates. Proceeding to the next page, you will need to fill in all required information on this page. Any prompt with a red asterisk is mandatory information. Users that are using an existing CN will find that many of these fields will already be filled in with data from the TCQ's database. All users will need to mark the certifying statement on this page stating that their organization can legally do business in Texas, as well as provide personal contact information as the person filling out this Tier 2 core data application. Once all this information has been filled in, you can press Next/Save to proceed. At this point, the system will verify the provided contact address with the USPS database again. You have now come to the 3rd and final section of your application, the portion covering your TXT2 number. If you used option 1 to find your CN and you already have a TXT2 number affiliated to it, all the required information should automatically be filled in. If you are creating a new customer number, you'll need to mark whether or not you already have a TXT2 number, keeping in mind that a TXT2 number can only ever be affiliated to one CN. After filling in the relevant information, you can proceed, at which point you'll be taken back to the Activities page. Now that you've completed all 3 sections of the core data application, you will see it in the table of pending applications at the bottom of the Activities page. You will see that the assigned reference number, facility name, facility address, customer name, and current status. As we have completed all 3 steps of this application, it is showing as ready to sign in the status column. If you added the Tier 2 core data application to your Steers account with a sign authority, you should see the Sign and Submit button at the bottom of the page. After selecting the application or applications you wish to sign, you can press the Sign button to proceed to the signature page, where you will mark the certifying statement, enter your Steers account password, and select the Apply Electronic Signature button. On the next page, you can decide whether you would like to submit the now signed application or return to the Activities page. An application must be submitted to be fully processed. If you choose to submit, you will be taken to the Submit Completed Applications page, where you can select the Submit option one last time. A loading wheel will appear that shows the system is processing your request. Do not leave the page while this is happening. Upon a successful submission, the congratulation page shows that the application was successfully submitted. Here you will see the reference number for the submitted application, a link to the copy of record, which will show all of the entered information, and most importantly, the link to the approval letter. Opening this approval letter will download a PDF with official TCQ letterhead that lists out the assigned TCQ numbers for the application, including your newly assigned CN, RN, and TXT2 number. It is a good idea to save this item for your records, as this facility will retain this RN in perpetuity. Now that this facility RN has been affiliated to your CN and TXT2 numbers, it is available to be added to a draft annual or initial Tier 2 report in the Tier 2 reporting application. Submitted Tier 2 core data applications will no longer appear on your activities page, but you can always see a record of your submitted applications by selecting the Submissions section on the STEERS homepage. Select Tier 2 Core Data in the Program Area drop-down and hit Search to pull up a list of your previously submitted Tier 2 Core Data applications. You can always access a copy of your approval letter by selecting the View NOA in the drop-down menu on the right. You have now completed a Tier 2 Core Data application and can repeat this process as many times as necessary to have all of your facilities available in the Tier 2 reporting application under your added CNs. You will only ever need to affiliate a facility RN to a specific CN once, and once you've affiliated all of your facilities, you are ready to proceed to filling out the Tier 2 report.